Supreme Master Ching Ai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
El episodio de hoy será presentado en inglés con subtítulos en árabe, aulacense, también conocido como vietnamita, búlgaro, chino, croata, checo, holandés, inglés, francés, alemán, hindi, húngaro, indonesio, italiano, japonés, coreano, malayo, mongol, persa, polaco, portugués, punjabi, rumano, ruso, español y tailandés. Hola, amigables televidentes. Mi nombre es Ana Cecilia, desde El Espinal, en la alegre Colombia. Ubicada en el noroeste de América del Sur, Colombia es vecina de Venezuela y Brasil al este, de Perú y Ecuador al sur, y de Panamá al noroeste. Es el hogar de más de 48,6 millones de ciudadanos amantes de la paz, con diversos antecedentes lingüísticos y étnicos. Con abundantes recursos naturales, es el mayor exportador mundial de esmeraldas, metales preciosos y café. Basado en el clima local, el terreno y los sistemas fluviales, el país se puede dividir en 6 áreas geográficas: la cordillera de los Andes, la llanura del Orinoco, la selva amazónica, las tierras bajas del Pacífico, la costa del Caribe y las islas cercanas. Estamos encantados de compartir brevemente con ustedes la belleza de Colombia. Deseamos que su año nuevo esté lleno con la gracia divina. Hoy les presentamos el programa titulado Historias budistas, las vidas pasadas de los primeros 5 discípulos, parte 1 de 4. Más idiomas están disponibles en línea. Para su idioma específico, por favor visite www.suprememastertv.com/subtitles. Durante más de 3 décadas, la Maestra Suprema Ching Ai ha iluminado nuestro mundo con sus enseñanzas divinas. Una maestra totalmente iluminada imparte el método Kuan Yin de meditación a aquellos que desean descubrir inmediatamente la naturaleza de Dios interna y alcanzar en una vida la liberación eterna del ciclo de la transmigración. El método Kuan Yin ha sido practicado por todos los maestros iluminados, tales como Buda, Jesucristo, el profeta Mahoma, la paz sea con él, y Gurú Nanak. Ella enfatiza que si siempre recordamos a Dios, ofrecemos servicio desinteresado a otros y seguimos las leyes del universo, alcanzaremos nuestro potencial más elevado como humanos y comprenderemos verdaderamente nuestro propósito en la tierra. La Maestra Suprema Ching Ai es un extraordinario ejemplo viviente de compasión, enviando frecuentemente asistencia material y financiera, además de amor, a los refugiados, los desamparados, las víctimas de desastres naturales y a otros que necesitan ayuda. En el 2006 recibió el Premio Guzzi de la Paz, considerado el Premio Nobel de la Paz de Oriente, y ha sido honrada a través de los años con otros numerosos premios y galardones por sus excepcionales obras filantrópicas y humanitarias. Una verdadera voz para nuestros preciosos amigos animales. Ella promueve la pacífica y amorosa dieta a base de plantas y prevé, con el despertar de la humanidad hacia lo sagrado de todas las vidas, un tranquilo y glorioso mundo completamente vegano, donde los animales y las personas viven en dichosa armonía. Sus iniciativas para difundir la tendencia vegana son diversas y han incluido la distribución del volante de vida alternativa, la cadena internacional de restaurantes veganos, Loving Hut, Supreme Master Television, además de hablar regularmente con influyentes líderes de gobierno y medios de comunicación y participar en conferencias televisadas sobre el cambio climático, tanto si somos conscientes de ello como si no. Sus esfuerzos han tenido una enorme influencia sobre la conciencia mundial, del estilo de vida amigable con los animales y de cómo esta benévola forma de ser puede traer paz duradera entre las naciones a la vez que salvamos nuestro planeta del cambio climático. A lo largo de los años, la maestra suprema Ching Hai ha viajado por todo el mundo, desde las Américas hasta África, desde Europa hasta Oceanía, y ha ofrecido cientos de discursos al público y a sus discípulos sobre una variedad de temas espirituales. Hoy somos bendecidos con la presentación de una de estas reveladoras conferencias titulada Historias budistas, las vidas pasadas de los primeros 5 discípulos, parte 1 de 4, en Entre la maestra y los discípulos, dada en inglés el 14 de agosto de 2015 en Francia.
Why you clap up? Why? You clap because I wear some nice clothes? Yeah? Man, then I just hang the clothes here. Yeah. You should just like me, not my clothes. Clothes I change all the time. Nobody translate for this Mongolian? You translating today? The other brother gone home? Ah. Everybody gone home. Oh, today everyone can sit inside. It's good, huh? It's better, huh? Yes. The people who has not come inside, if they want to come inside, they should sit downstairs, okay? Don't come up here making trouble for us. And if you have to go, then also find a place to sit downstairs, okay? You can also hear from downstairs. It's full TV anyway, right? Hey, new Hoshan, Gong Xi. You are wearing my clothes. Right? Right. How many wear my clothes? This one is mine, I remember. This is mine. This one. Yeah. That also. And this also, right? Also. And this also? Yeah. I just ordered some clothes from Korean. I have not a chance to wear. I wear some at home. And then now they want to be monk, and then I have to give it to them. Yeah, and always clap, clap when I wear nice clothes. Hmm? Yeah. Always say, I like your robe. I like your shirt. Why don't say, I like you? Love, love. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know who loves me, who doesn't. If you don't have to be a master, then if you and you want to be a monk and nun, then just wear monks and nuns robe. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't mean wearing. I don't mean I like to wear the renunciation robe. I mean the life. You know, the lifestyle of monks and nuns. Very simple. In India, Buddha's time, even more simple. Yeah, people give you what you eat. They don't give, okay, you don't eat 1 day, 2 days. Yeah, then you slim down. Yeah, have good point. Yeah. Mm. Then people know they don't come and try to chat you up, you know, bling, bling, bling eyes or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. 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 What is all this here? Oh, the Mongolian? Ah, thank you very much. It's beautiful. You made it yourself? I mean, the Mongolian people made it? You made it?
The translation of the song.
I know. But you made the song?
Yeah, yeah.
You are the man in Mongolian?
The brother initiate
Uh-huh.
composed the song and
Uh-huh.
written the lyrics. And then one initiate translated the song.
Thank you. It was really nice. We all enjoyed it very much. Maybe later I ask you to sing one more time. I sit here so the translator can hear me, can see me a little bit. Hmm? No, I still cannot. Okay, I sit like this. Hello, brother and sister. Hi, you up there? How are you today? Okay, I did not ask you to do anything, but it's good like that because if you stay in Korea, you know, together with other elderly monk, nuns, you should look the same. Okay, why make difference? Just because you are my monks instead of they've been monks a long time and you just been monk, that doesn't mean you must look different. Hmm? Okay? Yes. Look the same is better. Yes. Better together, you know? Yes. So they don't feel like different and I'm different and you know. Together, huh? If live together, it's better, look similar. Yes. Better. Mm. I don't mean I like to wear the monk's robe. I mean the life also. You know what I mean? Not just wearing simple clothes, but the lifestyle. Yeah? So simple, no responsibility. Live like that. You know, go out, work a little bit, bring home a little money, and then meditate. Yeah? Yeah. The master already make a house away, you know? Make a little, yeah. So simple. It's very good life like that. Okay, guys. I read you more story, okay? According to Buddhism and the believer and tradition, when you read sutra and all that, you have to put on incense, flower, you know, and bow to the sutra first and thank all the Buddhas and Bodhisattva in 10 directions, all respectfully, before you read it, okay? And then you cover the sutra also with silk or, you know, beautiful cloth, and I just make it more popular. Yeah, more easy, simple. And I apologize to all the Buddha. I say if I done something wrong, according to the tradition, my heart is full of respect. It's just that I cannot always do that. So please, all the sin, whatever I've done wrong, is all on me. At least other people, they hear the names of the Buddha, according to the sutta, they will get benefit. Yes. This It's all very interesting here, you know. Okay. I also did not read this story yet. It's not too long. Yeah. So we will be surprised together. Okay? Yeah. This is a person named Thiết Đầu La Kiển Ninh. I don't know what is that. First, I have heard. At one time, the Shakyamuni Buddha stayed in a country called La Yueki in the bamboo grove. At that time, I mean Anand, wearing very decent clothes, you know, like make it proper. Yeah, wearing proper clothes, yes. Come in front of the Buddha, kneel in front of him, and say to the Buddha, "Praise be the world honored one." The 5 person under, Kiêu Như, the 5 person with him, what did they do in the former life in order to have thus merit that they became your first foremost disciples? Please tell us. So the Buddha say, Anand, you should know. These 5 people in the former life, they eat my flesh first. And then they became healthier. I help them with my flesh to so that they do not die because of hunger. Because of that, in this lifetime, they become my first disciples and liberate first. Yeah. Whoa. Who among you remember this past life? Raise your hand. Vegetarian is first. Human flesh is also not vegetarian. It's not vegan. Capisco? Yes. I also spoke again. I mean Anand. Anand also spoke again. Obeisance to the Buddha. In the former life, why did they eat your flesh first? Please, can you tell us? Detail. Scary. Probably just offering, like there's nothing else, so he cut out his flesh and give it to them, just like he cut the blood and give it to them before. Yeah? To donate blood is a normal thing nowadays. It's not like, but to cut the flesh and give to somebody requested, this is really gruesome. The Buddha said, Anand, you should know. From that time until now, it's very, very, very long period already. Yeah, it's Asamkhya eon has passed. I mean, countless eons has passed already. My God, can you imagine? Waited so long. Even you ate the flesh of the Bodhisattva. I don't think they wanted it. It's just the Buddha at that time was still Bodhisattva, was still practitioners, that aspire to be a Buddha. To be liberated is easier than to be a Buddha. Understand? Yeah. To be liberated, you can only find a Buddha and then you're okay. But to be a Buddha, you probably have to go through a lot of sacrifice and self-discipline and a lot of big compassion and great vows, like save all beings, save as many beings as the sand in the Ganges River, or this and that and others. Understand? Yes. But that is for the shadow world only. If a being came from a higher than shadow world, then it's different. Still have to go through a lot of sacrifice if they come here. Anand is also on this planet Earth. There was a king ruled a big country. His name is Thiết Đầu La Kiển Ninh. Okay, it's a long name. Never mind. We just call him Kiển Ninh. Okay? Yeah, simple. He ruled over 8,400 small country. He has, a lot of land, and, etc., etc. And he has also 40, no, 400 little tribes that also belong to him under his rule. He has probably 2 million, no, maybe 200,000 wives and concubines. Oh, yeah, I wonder what he do with all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, must be a very strong king. But normally it's just saying that, but the king doesn't take all of them as wives. They come in, they just serve the kings, and serve the queens and do things and keep in household in the kingdom, in the king's palace, etc., etc. Huh? It's not necessary that he takes them all as wives. You capiz? So don't try to ask to be a king or something just because king has many wives. Yeah, any of you want to be king just because of wives? No? Better not. King can make a lot of mistakes. King can be forced to do things against his will. So don't ever ask to be a king. You can do a lot of merit, do charity, do whatever you want, but don't ever ask, may I dedicate all this merit so in the future I be a king? No, it's terrible. Understand? Maybe a king nowadays is not so bad. Maybe you can ask to be president or prime minister. Then you don't have to chop, okay, but still, still, president and prime minister have to do also many unfavorable things, maybe for the sake of his countries or maybe for their own position, to solidify his position. Sometimes you have to use tricks, things like that. It's not nice. And have to make war with other countries, even though he doesn't go out and kill people himself, but because of his order, many lives will be lost, including elderly, innocent children, women, and all that. Okay? It's not a very good position to be envy and to wish to be in that position. Besides, suppose I become president, I have to walk all the time in this such a big palace, I told you, just a presidential suit is already so tiring to walk around and finding my attendant or my toothbrush on the other side of the room, You come in and then your toothbrush all the other way, the bathroom on the other side, just to find a toothbrush. Understand? And then you go all the way on the other side to find your bedroom, to find your shoes, your dress, and your perfume, and whatever. Oh God. Okay. All right. This king is great like that. Huh? He rules many nations. But he's very merciful person. That is a real king. That's what I like. Very merciful. He always think of his people, how to improve their lot, make them happier, etc., etc. Yeah, he always think of his people. And very, very good king, diligent in his job. Always find some way or think of how to make his country better, how to make his citizen happier. Yes. Very seldom he thinks of how to, better his life or anything that benefit him or his family. Seldom. Oh God, it's so easy to say. The king, he would have already everything, right? 100,000 eunuchs and 200,000 wives and concubines. What else does he need? Okay? If I were a king, I would say, oh, I don't really need anything. Right? Yeah, that will make sure I have a lot of clothes, a lot of food. I am not a king yet at all, and they already give me a lot of food every day here. I have to share, you know. I'm glad to share. Just what I mean is, and then I just say I like this kind of batik, and then now I have hundreds of them every day. So every day you have to bear it. Okay, good, good. Everyone in this country love the king as a father. Yeah, very much like a father. Yeah. Are you okay, Togo?
Yeah.
You better today? Your operation
Oui, ça va,
feel
merci.
ça va?
Ça va, ok.
Yeah, it's a long time already or just recently?
Ça va. Ça va une année.
One year already. But that doesn't mean you are normal yet. Sometimes take 2 years.
Oui, oui. Bientôt, ça va venir. Ça commence
It's
à aller.
better already, but it's not complete. Yeah, you take care. Take vitamin and good supplements to recover.
Thank you. Thank you, master.
You're welcome. One time I had operation. I couldn't walk up and down for 1 year. It was 4 or 5 years ago. But I still was working, working as usual. Just nobody see, nobody really notice. Because I always put color on and, always smiling and do my stuff. Okay. At one time, suddenly, under his dynasty, some comet appeared. And then many of the, not astrologers, the one who observed the scientists, star scientists at that time came and tell the king this, Your Majesty, the comet appear is not very favorable to us. It's going to be a big drought soon. It would continue for 12 years, the drought. Yeah. How Your Majesty must think ahead what to do so that the citizens won't die of hunger. The king heard that, very, very sad, very worried, so that he doesn't even want to eat his meal. At night he couldn't sleep. He was thinking, then how will my people survive? How can my people survive? He was worried so much for his people. So one time he summoned all of his, officials of the court to study this phenomena and find a solution. He asked his court officials, what do you think? Can any of you find a way to make rain, or have any solution, any idea, any good way to help our people when the drought comes? So many of his court officials says, okay, now we have to make an announcement to all the countries, and then calculate how many people we have altogether, and then we calculate how much we will eat. All these people will have to consume for 12 years long, and then they do that. Yeah. After they have studied how many the population, and then also the available food, then they know that in this case, every citizen later will have only like maybe 10 kilogram of rice. Yeah. Then they will have to be very, very, many people will still die of hunger. And every day the king loved his citizens so much, feeling sorry, so he cried all the time. He shed tears every day. He feel that he's the only one, he himself is safe and full, eating full and everything is safe, but many people hungry. His heart doesn't feel very safe, very peaceful. He's heartbroken. One time his wife and his children gone away, or the prince is gone away for a walk or something outside. Then he knelt down all by himself and said into the space like this: I praise be all the Buddhas in the 10 directions and the 3 period of time, in the past, present, and future. Yeah. At the moment, my citizens are dying in numbers because of hungry. I want to sacrifice this body so that I can be reborn as a big, great fish, like giant whale, yeah, so that I can have my body meat for my citizens to eat, so that they became at least, satisfied for a while. After he said like that to all the Buddhas, he climbed to the very high tree and dropped down to die. And then it is as he wished. He reincarnated as a big, very, very big fish. His body is as long as 500 miles long. So very big. The whole nation can be satisfied, I guess. Yeah. At that time, there was 5, five carpenters. Yeah, okay. There were 5 carpenters. They were taking their axe to go and chop some trees, axe down some tree. And then the fish saw them. The great fish saw these 5 carpenter, and say, if you are hungry, eat my flesh. After you eat full, you take some home as well. And tell others, etc. Yeah. After, if I became a Buddha, I will use a Dharma food teaching, Dharma food to save you first. Yeah. Please tell everyone in the country to come and eat my flesh. Yeah. Oh, and after they heard that, they were so happy. The 5 person, so hungry. So they used their axe to cut his flesh to eat. Yeah. After that, they took some home as well, and then they told everybody to go there and get the fish to eat. Everybody come with knives and axe and spear and everything, and just cut him into pieces, alive still. Mind you, to kill a whale take a long time. When people go out nowadays to fish and kill the whale, it's an agony death for him. It takes a long time for him to die. I don't know who can even feel good to eat the flesh of such a great being like that. It's not like the whale can die immediately, no matter what they do, because it's so great. It takes a long time for the whale to die. It's an agonizing death. Therefore, everyone satisfied their hunger at that time. when people cut one side of him, like the right side already finished cutting, then he turned to the left side so that people cut the left side. That is the heart of the Buddha. But it is miraculously because of his compassion and love that after they cut the left side, he turned again to the right side, then the right side, his body is full again, and they cut again. This is like hell, understand? It's like the punishment for hell, but he is a good person. The punishment in hell sometimes that they cut the flesh of the person for punishment, keep cutting, but it grow back again, and then they cut again forever, understand? I mean, until the sin is compensated. Yeah, but this person, he volunteered to suffer like a hell punishment just because he has love for his people. Therefore, he keep turning, from left to right like that. And then, so these countries, these citizens, these people have enough fish meat to eat for 12 years long. Imagine the suffering. But after they been eating this fish flesh, they turned their heart. All of them became very compassionate somehow. And so therefore after they died, they all went to heaven. The Buddha remind Anand thus, Anand, you should know the king Kenin at that time was my past incarnation. And the 5 carpenters that ate my flesh first, that was the Kirtangyu, the group of Kirtangyu right now. All the citizens of that time, they are 80,000 heavenly beings and all the disciples that I have saved, that I have, initiated. My God. And you think you can be a Buddha, huh? You want to be a Buddha, huh? So it's not like sorry. It's not like you became enlightened, yeah, and then just like that, and then all the people come to you, bow to you, and offering food and flowers, and then they're so glorious, and then you just rescue them. My God, you have to do something first so that the karma, Lord of karma, like certify you, thinking, okay, you're good enough to take some souls from my domain. Understand? Yeah. Even not just past life, but present life as well. You have to suffer for them also on new one. It depends on how many people, and depends on what kind of people also. So you see, Jesus suffer. He done nothing wrong. He has to be nailed on the cross like a criminal. The best person, the most benevolent, the most gentle person on the planet has been prosecuted, killed like a criminal. Do you understand, huh? It's not, you say it's not fair. It's more than just not fair. It's wicked, it's cruel, it's horrible. This world is like that. Not just they kill animals or they kill each other, they kill saints, Buddhas. Understand? So our planet must change. Otherwise, don't ask why disaster. Don't ask why war. Don't ask why, hurricane. Don't ask why this tsunami, etc., etc. At that time, I, meaning Anand, and the mass assembly heard the Buddha told this story. Everyone has more respect and appreciation. They cannot believe all this, but meaning is so unbelievable, so inconceivable what the Buddha all has to do for all beings. So they prayed, they pay obeisance to him and then left. meaning the initiation came to an end, I guess. Okay, that is the story, one story of the Buddha. I didn't know. Okay. Another story, short story. A person named Ayuka. Thus I have heard, at one time the Buddha was in Save country, in the Prince Kida's garden. Remember? Remember the gold, the gold piece? Yeah, the gold bricks. Okay. One morning, I and the Buddha and I mean Anand, went to the city for alms. And then there was a group of children. They were playing in the middle of the road. They are making a citadel, with earth, earth and water. They make it complete with doors and windows and many houses. With inside a wall, like a city, with houses and storage of food and everything. Yeah, like a real city. It's just small and with earth and water. And one of them saw the Buddha. Suddenly saw the Buddha coming with light, so bright and so radiant everywhere. He saw the Buddha's light. And then suddenly he became so respectful and happy. And when the Buddha came next to him, he put his palm together, bowed to him, and gave Buddha a piece of clay, the one that they were playing, and give him one to play with. Children, Just like my dog, when I come home, he go and get this veggie bone, give it to me. And today, because my attendant came and said, many of the Korean nuns, they want to become a real monks and nuns in appearance as well. So I said, but why so hurry? Can do it later in Korea. There are more instrument, clothes and everything. They don't have clothes here. We were talking like that, so I said, okay, I give some of the clothes for them. And my dog, talking, singing. He also wants to be a monk. We were talking together, me and my attendant, and he said, he talked very long. He said, okay, if this life you're a good boy, next life you become a human, then you can become a monk. But I shaved your hair last month, remember? It's summer, summer, all the dogs shave their hair to keep cool. So less aircon, yeah. And he still continue talking, He don't bark, it's not like barking. He said, yeah, you ask my attendant. And we both laughed, because he was lamenting that he couldn't be a monk. Yeah. I say, next life, if you become a human, because you're a good dog now, next life you can be a human, and then you can become a monk. And I make you be a monk. If I cannot, then someone else will. He normally don't just lay in there and talk like that. Only today. He talks sometimes, but only for for some reason. You understand? And today he talk again. Talk a long time. Many minutes. Yeah. me, my attendant and me, well, we were both touched and laughing at the same times. And I have to tell him, come here. And he came and I hug him and I say that, next life. Yeah. So funny dog. Funny dog. So funny. It's like lamenting, like complaining, crying. It's not talking but crying way. It's not like barking. No, he's not barking. He bark, then different. He bark, then when he bark, it's like everybody else, like other dogs. Yeah, when he want to tell somebody outside that don't go near and something like, then he bark properly. Yeah. But this is a talk, long talk, many minutes talk. And I have to comfort him. Yeah. He was sad. He was very sad. Singing a sad song and talking in a sad way. I also felt sorry for him. But he don't need to be a monk. I said, you will be liberated and go to high level. Yeah, it's funny dog. All my dogs don't have to reincarnate again. After they die, they go to either 3rd, 4th level. Hamid went to the 5th level because I also donate some of my spiritual merit. So he went to the low 5th level. Low, but 5th. Okay. The Buddha took the piece of clay from the boy and gave it to Anand and tell him, later, after we come home, we must use that to smear around where the Buddha sleep. And then Anand did that. Yeah. And then the Buddha explained that, Anand, just now, the little boy was very glad, He sincerely offered me a piece of clay, like that. That merit will bear fruit in 500 years after my nirvana. He will be a king named Ayuga, and all his buddies, boys, buddy in the group, will be also great court officials, and they will rule many countries on earth. And he will also propagate the Buddha's Dharma. He will build temples and citadels and stupas, yes, to spread the Buddha's teaching 500 years after my nirvana. Yeah. He will also divide the Buddha relics. It's not like normal relics. It become almost like jewelry, and very hard. I heard that somebody tried to use the strongest machine to crush it, and it doesn't crush. Yeah. Stronger than diamond. Yeah, relic. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. He will divide the relics of the Buddha to different countries and make stupas to revere this, etc. Yeah. He will build 84,000 stupas, yeah, all over the planet to worship my relic and to spread the teaching, my teaching. Oh, the Anand was very happy, said to the Buddha, praise be the world honored one. What did what did your world honor one do in former lives that now why you have so you have that you have such a merit that you have 8,000 84,000 stupas and very high like that for you. Please can you tell us the Buddha, of course, tell, huh? Anand. I will tell you. Long time ago, there was a king of a very big country named Bataki. He ruled over 84,000 small countries and yeah, you know that. Great kings always have 84,000 smaller countries to rule. It's just a number, The Buddha was he favored this 84,000 very much. 84,000 means to save beings, 84,000 smaller country.
80,000 or miss other.
Miss what?
Miss other. Way too.
Methods, yeah. 84,000 great court officials, etc. Yeah. It's just a name. Probably at that time, 84,000 is a big number. Yeah. Just say today, like today in Italy, they say grazie mille. I mean, thanks 1,000 times. Always say grazie mille. Yeah. They could say grazie millions or grazie billion, but grazie mille is good enough. I mean, thanks 1,000 times. Yeah. Okay. At that time, there was a Buddha appear in the world named Faksa. The king and all the citizens worship Buddhism. Every day, he offer everything that the Buddhas and the Sangha need, like the four essential things, like food and drink, clothing, bed and days, like a sleeping blanket, everything like that, to sleep, and medicine. Every day they offer with utmost respect. Yes. But one day the king thought to himself, the Buddha is the merit field for heaven and earth. Anyone who sow good seed will reap multifold good benefit. My citizen often saw the Buddha and can prostrate to the Buddha, meaning worship the Buddha and offer to him. Yeah. But many other smaller countries so far away, they don't even know they don't even know Buddha's teaching. Therefore, they don't cultivate merit. I think I should ask someone to paint a Buddha's picture and then give it to all the other countries, so they will make offer to the Buddha's picture, and they will have merit also. Then, said and done. He called the best painter in the country to come try to draw the Buddha's painting, Buddha's appearance. But they cannot do it. They try so hard, but they cannot paint the Buddha. The best. What kind of best painter is this? They are something. They tried their best, they could not paint. And then after that, the Buddha himself, painted. And then they take that picture, copy. Then okay, yeah. Then 84,000 painting they make of the Buddha, just as good as the original from the Buddha painting. God, painter have to learn from the Buddha. Learn and professional and the best painters still need the Buddha do it first. Shame. Okay. The King Bataki took all these paintings and divided to all different, every country one. And then he wanted to give each country one of these painting, and so they call the country people, come here to come to his country and bring flowers, incense, and etc. To offer, and then invite that painting to their country, meaning having a good ritual, good proper way with respect to bring the picture to their country, as if they would invite the Buddha themselves. Yeah. Okay. So, because he has been telling them, therefore, even though they just have just a Buddha painting, the appearance of the Buddha, but they also very, very respectful and offering all their best, as if they saw the Buddha in the flesh. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Anand, you should know, the King Bataki at that time was one of my incarnation. At that time, because I pay for the painter to paint 84,000 picture of the Buddha Faksa and give it to all the different countries. Therefore, today, because of that merit, many, many, many lifetime, life after life, I either be king in heaven or on earth. Yes. And everywhere I was born, I was always born with very beautiful bodies and a proper body and healthy, and has 32 auspicious marks, yeah, and 80 beautiful signs, yeah. And now I became Buddha because that also contributed to my merit to become Buddha as well. One of the reason, one of the merits, yes. And even after I nirvana, I still will have 84,000 stupas built in my name. After Anand, and the whole assembly heard that, everyone was glad and inspired to make offering to the Buddhas and others. Yeah. Okay. Then. You want some more? Yes. Short story, huh? Wow. Yesterday's story was very cool, huh? a great charity. Huh? I want to do this, I'll do that. Stamping his feet to want everything he wants. But yesterday, and then after that, I told you, take no for answer. I don't mean take no for any no, okay? When it's reasonable. If we quarrel with somebody, even in the Bible says so, if you have some quarrel with your brother, go apologize first before come and make offering to the God. Yeah? Everything you can take care of yourself. If you quarrel with somebody, then you just come and apologize. Yeah? We should not make a bad example like that. But as I told you already, everything has to ask everyone. Huh? The majority agree, then it's okay. And the minority have to keep quiet then. Support. Yeah? Yes. Even outside people, they are like that. If the majority vote for one president, then everybody else work with him. They might not agree with his principle or policy, but they work with him. They don't go and placard and write in protest all day long. Huh? Even America, they don't do that. See what I mean? Even at one time, the votes were not very clear, Maybe something not correct has been done so that one president became president instead of the others. But the other say, okay, I give up for America's sake, you know? I don't want to make more trouble. How much more we, the practitioner, should have been more pliant, you know? More cooperative and more humble. You may win the case, but nobody will like you. That is a problem. So whatever we do, we have to consider. We should win or we should be loved. Understand me? Yes. The same with husband and wife. Quarreling, okay, I win. My wife, shut up. Oh, I'm right, and my husband, shut up. But will he love you? Will he continue to love you like the first day? Understand? Or will she continue to love you at all in her heart? Even though she shut up, maybe she don't love you anymore. And then from then on, you know, cold war in the house. Okay? So before you do something rash, you have to think first. Is it worthy? Okay? Should I win or not? What for? Okay, understand? Don't keep pushing until people fed up. You must know that there are two ways to do things in this world. One way is you persist until you get what you want. Another way is to do what you should and be loved. Yeah? Love is more important than winning, right? So husband and wives, you know, brother, sister, similar, okay? To be loved is better, nicer, happier. Huh? Even if you win, but nobody loves you, what's the use of that? Huh? What's the use of that? I like the story yesterday. He persisted. I will empty the sea. Then you should do that. Understand me? Because it's a good cause. He went through a lot of sacrifice and hardship to get the jewel. Huh? For all the beings, for all the planets, for his citizen at least, huh? His country. And the dragon do nothing, have nothing to do, bored with life, just come and stole his jewel just like that. Understand? If I were there, I would also. But I will not use a scoop. I will not use the turtle shell to scoop it one by one. I will use the machine. I pump it all up. I will use the oil pumper stuff, you know, they pump the whole thing out until the dragon dry up and come out and give me my jewel back. Poor Buddha. At that time, he didn't have machine, right? If he had, he would pump it all out. That is an example that you should be persistent, yeah, for a good cause, not for personal gain, personal winning, or personal for whatever, you know. You want more story? Yes. Okay. Not tired yet? No. We read small story, okay, huh? Wow, the story yesterday is enough for 3-4 days. But it was really interesting, huh? It has a kick, huh? Kick. I want it. Stamping his feet. But he was persistent because it's a good cause, you see? Not because for himself, or that he's stubborn or he's spoiled or anything like that. He really wanted to help others. It was really a great cause. He wanted to save them from suffering so they don't kill animals and all that, so that they don't have to go to hell. You see what I mean? Not just save them from hunger, but save from hellfire as well. So that's a great cause. So he's persistent, and that is correct. Everything else, if it's not a good cause, if just for self gain or self satisfaction, self aggrandizement, then forget it. Okay? Otherwise, you're not a practitioner and you will go nowhere with this kind of attitude. You never progress with this kind of attitude. Never. Never. I really mean never. Unless you repent, you have to change. Be humble, otherwise, useless. Useless. Waste my time, waste your time, waste people's time. Okay. As a person named Ubatu. First, I have heard one time the Buddha stayed in the Prince Kida's garden, the gold garden. It's very famous. It's very famous. I didn't hear anyone else who offered gold to pave the garden for the Buddha or any saint like that. Only this story. At that time, in the country Lajaki, there were two brothers, merchants. Yeah, they stayed together in one place. The elder brother, want to marry one of the noble, rich family's daughter in vicinity, but at that time she was still very young, so they don't want her to marry yet. Because of survival, for living, he went out to another country for doing business. Many years he didn't come back. Nobody know why. So the daughter of the noble rich family was waiting long time. And she worried that she getting old. We are, no? I would worry. If I were, I would be very worried. I don't worry anymore now, mind you. I don't worry anymore. It's too late now to worry. Okay. Yeah, because in the people, there is a saying say that the man will never get old, but woman, time is limit. Why is that? What kind of talk is that? Who is saying here? I don't know. Some people talk nonsense. Right? Nonsense. Yeah. Okay. If I know who say that, I would tell you, don't, shut up. You don't know anything. Yeah. We live forever. Woman power. Okay. Therefore, the noble family father called the brother, younger brother came and said, your elder brother went into another country. I don't know where he went in long time. Maybe he died already. Okay, so I marry my daughter to you. What do you think? Instead of elder brother wait for him, he married his daughter to the younger brother who stays at home. And the younger brother say, noble sir, no, that won't do. That won't do. My elder brother is still alive. I will never do such a strange thing. Yeah. From then on, the noble father always keep pushing, pushing the younger brother marry a daughter. He keep nagging him, pushing him, pressing him, has to marry his daughter. But this younger brother still humbly refused. Probably, maybe he doesn't like her. Who knows? Maybe he loves somebody else, prettier or, more compatible. Who knows, It doesn't mean that a woman is pretty, that every man would desire her. Not necessary. Yeah? Yeah. It's just compatibility, affinity, also the personality, Men often like sweet women. Mostly. Some not, some don't. Some naughty men don't like sweet women. Okay. And then the father the noble father has no other choice, no other way to push him. he wrote a letter. He wrote a fake letter from elder brother, fake one. Yeah. And then asked the another merchant, bring it to the younger brother and say, your brother is kaput, dead. Oh man, wicked. He's dead long time ago already. And the younger brother opened the letter and knew that his brother dead. He was standing there, in the house. I mean, not standing. He was still crying and mourning his brother. Then the noble father came, pushing again. Push. No, he said, why are you so sad today? As if he doesn't know. And then he said, noble sir, I have just got a letter saying that my elder brother, died long time already. So the nobleman, pretend to be kind of wise and, I don't know, Buddha-like. He said, it's okay, don't be so sad. Life and death is normal in this life. Yeah, it is normal. Whoever died, let them die. And now we are still alive. We have to take care of the live person. Yeah, pushing. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Now I ask you honestly, if you want to marry my daughter or not. I thought, yeah. If you don't, then I will arrange otherwise. Yeah. And he keep pressing, saying a lot of things. So finally, he okay. Yeah. I wouldn't okay, but I don't know why this boy. He was vulnerable at that time, I guess. Brother just died. His heart is still very sad, and he cannot think straight. So I think that is a good time for this father to pressure him. Persistent in this case worked, huh? And then he think like this. He was thinking to himself, if I don't marry her, somebody else will. Anyway, yeah. So it's okay. And then they marry already, and they're both very, passionately happy together, blah, blah. And then they heard the news that the elder brother is coming back. Oh. What to do? Tell me what to do. Huh? Run? You? What? Give your wife back? Oh, that's your husband. And you? What would do? What would you do? Annie? Hide in there? Behind there? Tell me. Talk to me. Not the woman. Ask the man, not the woman. She's sitting there for a moment because of the translation. Ask the man, not a woman. Yeah.
Il peut s'enfuir.
Comment dire?
Oh, he can go out.
Yeah. Run. Already said. The other one? Anyone? Oh, man, you don't know what to do? Oh, this man had no idea?
I would be happy and meet my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what to do? You married his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, his wife to be. Yeah.
Has to continue.
Oh, okay. But he was very scared, very frightened. Then he ran away to another country, the Save country, okay? The younger brother came to the Buddha's area, and then he felt very, very ashamed, very, very ashamed. He prostrated at the feet of the Buddha and said, obeisance to the world honor one. I came here with very sincere, deep sincerity to request to be a monk. Please be merciful and accept me. And the Buddha, okay, happy, and let him become one of the monk, and change his name into Yubatu. He is very diligent, studying under the Buddha and his teaching. Not long after, he attained Arahat. Yeah. So in the misfortune, you find a fortune. Sometimes like that. He has all kind of miracle power as well as merit. Okay. The elder brother came home. Know that his brother, a younger brother, married his wife. So he was very, very sad, very angry. He come and looking for him everywhere, want to kill him. They couldn't find him. Then people tell him that his brother went to see the Buddha and became a monk already over there. Yeah. So he hired somebody with 500 piece of gold to go there and kill his brother. Both of them, he and the killer, the contracted killer, went together to Save country. When they arrived, they saw Ubatu, a younger brother, sitting on somewhere and meditate. The contracted killer saw him meditate, with a very dignified posture and look very peaceful and saintly. He felt very, very sorry. He felt ashamed and very pitiful, and he loved the monk, was, the younger brother monk. So he was thinking, how can I have the heart to kill this person? He's a monk, he's a saint, he does do nothing wrong to me, we have no enmity with each other. How can I kill him? But if I don't kill him, then I cannot get the gold. What to do? So he has to shoot. He used the arrow to shoot out, but then the arrow came to the elder brother instead. He died with hatred in his heart, double hatred. So, because of that, double hatred, poisonous heart, so he reborn as a poisonous snake, hiding in one of the hole next to the gate of where the Buddha was staying. Yeah. And he was waiting for the opportunity to bite the monk brother to revenge. One day, this snake was crawling on the ground between the door, Suddenly the door, because the wind blow or something, sandwiched him and he died again. He died, but his terrible hatred, poisonous heart, still not died yet. Let's see what happened. I'm also excited like you. Also very curious like you. So because of his hatred not abased yet, not subsided yet, so he vowed to become a poisonous insect, worm, inside his brother monk's room, right in there. And he was waiting, and then one time this younger brother monk was meditating. He jumped right onto his head, bit him, he died. The whole Sangha sawing why this monk died suddenly like that. Yeah, I don't know why. So the Sariputra know. Only Sariputra knew. So he came to say no, he knew that he died. He knew he died, but he didn't know why. So he came to Buddha and said, prostrate to World Honor One. The Bichu Ubatu, he already attained Arahat. Why is this insect, or this worm still can kill him like that? Could you please tell us? They don't know why, but Sariputra know that the poisonous worm killed him. The Buddha says, Sariputra, you should know. This is a karma from a long time past. Yeah. At that time, there was a Buddha, the Pratyekya Buddha, meaning the lone Buddha, the Buddha who doesn't teach. He practiced meditation and discipline in a forest all by himself, and now he already graduate, became a Buddha. Okay. One time there was a hunter passing by, and he arranged all the traps and the terrible traps, yeah, and all terrible devices to catch animals. This Pratyeka Buddha felt very compassionate for all the animals, so he used his ways and means to obstruct this. Therefore, the hunter cannot catch any of the animal at all. So the hunter was very, very angry with him. He used a poison arrow, shoot the Pratyeka Buddha, and die. Just shoot him, but I didn't die yet. Yeah, because this Pratyeka Buddha feels sorry for this hunter. He wants him to avoid, non-stop hell. And he wants him to repent his sin. And then, so he flew up into the sky, probably the transformation body, huh? He flew into the sky, and he showed him 18 magical power. Yeah. And then after that, the hunter was feeling very scared and sorry. He was so respectful. Then he come in and apologized to the Pratyeka Buddha. He also happy to forgive him. But after he came back, one of the poisonous insect bit him and he died. The hunter died. After he died, he went to hell. 500 life, he has always been bitten by poisonous insect. And then today, even though he already became Arhat, the sin is still there. So that's why the poisonous insect kill him. Yeah. The hunter at that time is the Bichu Ubatu, the younger brother. Yeah. Because that time he was wickedly wanting to kill the Pratyeka Buddha. But after that, he was repentant, remorse. Yeah. And also he vowed that whatever, please let him meet enlightened teacher, enlightened master, whenever the time comes, so that he can become enlightened and attain sainthood. Therefore, because of that, he was repentant and remorseful and vowed to become a saint. Therefore, today he has this merit to meet the Buddha. After the Buddha said that, Sariputra and all the assembly, everyone was feel afraid of karma and the retribution. So everyone tried to control their mind, speech, and action from then. Yeah. From then on, they're trying to be good. Okay. all these stories, I guess, it come down to karma and retribution. Huh? Just real stories, so that we remember better than just say what as you sow, so shall you reap. Huh? That's which story is good, huh? Yeah. So it's good if you do something wrong, you have to repent. At least after hell, you still can come back and be a saint. Maybe that's why they say every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. Okay. There's another story about karma and retribution. Are you all ears? Okay. This is such a big book. Okay. This story is about mistaken death, mistaken killing. Yeah. Between father and son. Are you all okay? Need to take a rest first or something or not? No? Oh, no, no. No. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, Master. Tough guys, huh? Tough people, huh? You tough, huh? Okay. Thus I have heard. At one time, the Buddha was in Save country in the garden of Kapkodok and the Prince Kida. At that time, there was an old man. His wife died a long time ago, and his house is, he's poor. He has a son, and they stay together. Somehow, they awaken by themselves, knowing that life is impermanent. Yeah, every beings all under suffering. Birth, death, sickness, and death. Yeah, birth and old age and sickness and death. Yeah, everything everything is suffering and unhappy. Even if you are rich or you are poor, no one escape. If you have this body, then you will suffer, no matter who you are. Only if you follow an enlightened Buddha, then, enlightened living Buddha, then you'll be liberated. Okay. So both of them came to the Buddha and prostrate in front of him and said, "Praised be the world honored one. We, both of us, utmost sincerity, came here to request the Buddha compassion to accept us as monks." And the Buddha said, "Yeah, excellent. Yeah. If you follow me, you have to be diligent. Then you will be successful. If not, no." Okay. So both of them say, "Yes, we'll honor one. We'll be diligent." Okay. And the Buddha let the father become Bhikkhu and the son become Sami. Because the son is still young. Yeah, try it first, try it first. At that time, it's so easy to become a monk, huh? You just become a monk, you have a few pair of clothes, or you have a bow, and then that's it. Take care of yourself. Sometimes the disciples of the Buddha invite all of them or invite the Buddha and some to their house, and they have good food, yeah, and good treatment. If not, then the Buddha and Ananda also went out and, for alms, begging like everybody else. So the Buddha don't have to build any house or any center, more toilet or anything. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to be a Buddha in India, at that time, or maybe now even. More simple, less complicated. So at that time, anyone who wants to be a monk, I think they are really sincere because they know there's nothing there to gain. It's only, to have a few pair of clothes and a bowl. You have to go out baking, you know, no shoes, walk barefoot on the street. And if people give you food to eat, you eat. If they don't, you don't eat. So they were utmost sincere. You understand? Yeah. There are ashram that has been built for the Buddhas, from some sincere and rich disciple. That's okay, for sure. But the Buddha and the Sangha must also walk long distance, not just for begging, but to go out and preaching, Yeah, there was no car or anything at that time. So therefore, at that time, anyone who want to be a monk, they definitely was sincere. Buddha never refused anyone because it's truly the life of the monk is so laid bare in front of them. They're truly a monkhood. There's nothing else. But here, if you want to become a monk, then I have to take care a lot. Your room, your food and everything, insurance, doctors, dentists, all kind of thing. Understand? Yeah, that is the difference. Okay, every day, both of them serving the Buddha and the Sangha, doing things in the ashram, helping out, and then in the morning go out begging for alms, evening go home studying the sutra, the teaching of the Buddha, because they probably write it down something, and then study it, and then because they came in new, so they have to study whatever the Buddha have said in the front. Maybe somebody write it and they study it, try to remember what the Buddha said, yeah? And then meditate, of course, yeah. One time, both of them went out to a very far away village for alms. And then they probably have their meal there, yeah, and then come back evening, very late already. They have to pass by a forest full of ferocious animals. Yeah. And then the little Sami, the son, was very scared. Yeah. And he hold the hand of the father, kind of dragging him, to run fast so that they won't get killed by the animals. But the father was old already and weak, yeah, feeble, because the kid dragging him too strongly and he's weak. He fell down onto his head, bumped into a stone, and he died. The little Sami run home, but he didn't say anything to the Buddha or the Sangha. He kept quiet, probably too shocked, too scared, scared and too shocked, too young, yeah. And then afterward, they don't see the father monk. They ask him, "Where is your father? We don't see him anywhere." "Oh, sorry. Yesterday, my father went out for alms, and then in the evening, so dark in the night, come back home. I worry about the tiger and the wolf, so I push him go faster. It's unfortunately my father's trip and die. I was so scared. I run home alone." And all the Bhikkhu scolded the Sami, saying, "You are the most wicked person. You kill your father. You kill your Bhikkhu, your teacher Bhikkhu. And then since yesterday until now, you say nothing. If we don't ask you, you wouldn't have told us." And then they came tell the Buddha this story. They want to deal with this little kid and also take care of the Bhikkhu. The Buddha said, "Okay, maybe you say that he killed his father, but he did not have this wicked heart. He didn't do it with the wicked intention. He did not want to kill his father. It was just an accident." So the Buddha asked the Sami, "You kill your father?" He said, prostrate to the Buddha. I only push him to go faster because I worry about the ferocious animal. I never wanted to kill him, but then now it look like I kill him. So the Buddha said, okay, I know you don't have this wicked heart. In the former life, it's the same. Because in former life, your father also killed you. But he also did not mean to kill you. It's just karma, retribution. So all the bhikkhu heard that, said to the Buddha, obeisance to the world honors one. In the former life, the father and son of this bhikkhu, why did they kill each other like that? Please tell us. So the Buddha say, listen very well. From that time until now is a long time already. There were two persons, father and son, lived together. One day, at one time, the father was very sick, and then he was laying on the bed, on sick bed, and then many of the mosquitoes and flies and insects come and trouble him. So the father said to the son, "Can you use the fan to try to drive away all these mosquitoes and insect for me?" Yes. So the son keep doing that, trying to drive away all the mosquito and the fly. Yeah. But after he push him out, they come back again. Drive him out, they come back again. After a while, he was so angry, angry, and he went and looked for a big piece of wood. Came back. So if the fly come to the eyes of father, he bang in there. If it's on the forehead, he bang on the forehead. So therefore, the father, bleeding so many times and he died. Because he's young, too angry with the flies. You want to kill the fly instead of drive them out. My God. Okay, all of you should know. The son at that time is the father now. And the father now is the son. Okay? The Sami. Because at that time, he unintentionally killed the father. Didn't mean to. So now it's the same, It's being killed without intention. Yeah. From then on, the Sami, the son, is very diligent, study Buddha and Buddhist sutra and meditate. And not long after, he attained some high level, lower than Arhat. Yeah. Everyone heard the Buddha talk about the retribution, thirst, very have faith in him, believe the story, and they know that the karma and the retribution can never be erased. Whatever you do, however long time pass, you still have to pay for it if it's bad, even though you didn't intend to. Yeah, so scary, huh? Okay. Any question? Any story? Any request? When I say no, don't persist. Huh?
The last story.
About father and son?
Yeah, by the end of the story, like it triggered me that the retribution never goes away.
No.
That it comes back to you, and you have to do something about it. And
You pay.
it relates to my wanting to become a singer. Is it the mission that I have in this life, or is it I feel like I was a famous singer in my previous life. It's just a fantasy. And normally I don't want it, but yet I want it, and it keeps coming back to me.
Oh, then
and
be
I
a
keep
singer. Who cares? Why not?
It's I've been in a wrong path
Why?
because of trying to become a singer and be in the group of people that do stuff, and
Understand.
I was not strong enough, and
Oh,
and
understand.
now I'm like fully like 100% on my path, and I really want to make it this time. Yet I love singing.
Now why don't
Singing,
you sing? Sing and go in the
yeah,
past same time.
yeah, right. So yeah,
Just don't mix with the people
yeah,
who you don't like or who you think will bad influence on you.
yeah,
You have to be strong, okay?
yeah, yeah.
You change them instead of let them change you.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Slowly, okay?
Yeah.
Slowly, by example, by humility. And they will notice and they will ask you. And then
Yeah.
slowly, gradually, you impart the real teaching,
Yeah.
beneficial teaching to them. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe that's your mission, to be a singer so that you can help those singers change their way of life. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, they gone in the wrong path because no one teach them.
Mm.
Mm? And they're together and they just like a habit that everybody has to be cool,
Mm.
and drink and drug and cigarette and all that. You slowly tell them
Yeah.
Buddha stuff,
Yeah.
Buddha teaching. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. You have to feel sorry for them
Yeah.
because they are lost.
Yeah.
No one teach them anything good. And fame and fortune ruin them also.
Yeah.
Mm. Having money is not always the best thing for you. Many famous people die because of money. Too much money, easy, and then many people hang around them, because of their fortune, because of their money, and then tell them this, okay, never mind, try a little, snuff this, snuff that. Understand? Drink this wine when you're fed up and tired, It'll make you feel good and then all that. And slowly, slowly, they lost their control over their life. The singers is like artists. They are to be pitied, because they give all their has. They give all they have in the performance. And when they came home, they felt empty. They feel drained, of energy and of enthusiasm. And then they keep coming out more for applause and for recognition. They are pushed also into it by the business, by the people who want to make money from them and for them. And therefore, they getting tired also. And once they use it with the crowd applause, when they come home, they feel empty, understand, drained out of everything. So they have to rely on these drugs or alcohol and stuff like that. It's to be pity, understand? Yeah.
Lucky I have you.
This different. Yeah, that is different. Yeah, they don't have. You see, they're very lonely. The artist life very lonely. Even if they're very famous and well received outside, when they come home, they're alone in private. They feel different, very lonely. They give all, so they empty themselves. It could take long time to recover, but sometimes they don't have time to recover. Understand? Therefore, they fall into drug and alcohol, whatever that they feel that comfort them or make them forget. That is a problem. I have to be, compassionate toward them because they don't have anyone to rely on. Okay? You give them Buddha picture or whatever. Tell them when they're lonely, talk to the Buddha. Huh? Tell them the Buddha will help them. Pray to Buddha or Jesus. Remind them that there are ways to get out of loneliness. Do something for them. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Yes? Togo?
Bonsoir, Master.
Bonsoir.
Et d'après les derniers propos que vous avez donnés tout à l'heure, j'aimerais quand même vous rendre témoignage. Et sincèrement, tous ceux qui croient à la personne de Master, il faut que vous soyez sincères parce que vous êtes devant un Dieu. Moi, j'ai la preuve que Master, ce n'est pas Et comme nous, il est supérieur. Et je l'ai su au cours de ma maladie, quand j'étais très malade. Je lui avais composé des chansons. J'avais sa photo derrière ma tête. Et on me demandait très souvent, quelle est cette dame? Je lui disais que c'était ma mère. On dit, ah, mais vous n'êtes pas si clair. J'ai dit, non, c'était ma mère. J'ai pris la peau de mon père.
C'est pas la même, hein? Même couleur. Ok, vous arrêtez, s'il vous plaît, parce que il faut traduire pour tout le monde. Et vous continuez après.
So the brother want to share testimony with us, and he say that everyone who believes in the Master has to deeply feel that Master is someone he's God actually, and he's a high being, and should be sincere when we believe in her. And when he had a sickness, the brother had a sickness, and at that time he was writing songs, and some people would. He had a picture above his. Maybe it was in the hospital or somewhere. He had picture of Master above his bed, and people around him would ask, "Who is the picture of?" And he say, "He's my mother." And they wonder why the color of the skin was different. So, qu'est-ce que tu répondais?
Non, c'est moi qui dis ça. C'est moi qui dis ça. C'est la même.
No,
pas la même.
he said that also. He said that also.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Et je disais, j'ai pris la couleur de mon père.
He said the color of the brother comes from his father, not from the mother. Yeah.
So cute. Et voilà.
Et sincèrement, et il fut un moment dans ma vie, j'avais perdu ce qu'on appelle le désespoir et je ne pensais qu'au maître. J'étais à l'hôpital Sainte-Pétière et mon petit frère à l'hôpital Val-de-Grâce.
At one time in his life, he was very desperate, and he was in one hospital, and his brother was in another hospital in Val-de-Grâce. Yeah.
Et ce qui m'a le plus affligé, je suis le plus vieux, le plus âgé, et c'est mon petit frère qui est parti. Moi, j'avais une couverture, c'est le maître.
And actually, his brother died, and but the brother here with us, he has one. Is a blanket protection. It's the master.
Si je veux rendre ce témoignage, je ne veux pas que les gens aient pitié de moi parce que, d'après le professeur, notre maladie est génétique. Cette maladie a tué nos aïeux jusqu'à nous. C'est ce que le maître vient de dire. C'est un karma familial.
And he shared this. He want to bring this testimony to share this story. Not to everyone feel pity on him. It's just his sickness actually is from his genetic sickness, and it affected and killed people from other previous generation until now.
Et je ne voudrais pas aller très loin. Si Master le veut bien, je vais lui chanter la chanson que je lui chantais quand j'étais sur mon lit de l'hôpital.
We don't understand what testimony.
No, not.
Now he want to sing. I know, but before that, what testimony in this story? Is it because his father died, his brother died, but he didn't? Is that correct? That's why he thinks, because he practiced Kuan Yin method, so he He didn't die? Oh, because brother has the same sickness but didn't die.
Exactly.
And but
Genetic.
he died. Ah, okay. Understand.
And you can share.
Yeah.
So now the brother want to share a song with us, and it's the song he used to sing when he was
In hospital.
in the hospital.
Okay.
Comme un phare sur la plage, dresse à l'ombre de la nuit, l'amour de maître dans l'orage, cherche l'ombre, le conduit. Ô Shinai, que ta lumière resplendisse sur les flots, éveille, que le ciel éveille, et sauve l'humanité.
Why is he crying? Thank you. You're crying because you're happy, right?
Merci, maître.
Merci.
Je pleure de joie. Ce n'est pas ce n'est pas de tristesse, c'est la joie. Je veux que cette joie, vous la partagez aussi. Merci.
It's beautiful. Thank you. It's a beautiful song.
He cries because he's happy and not sadness.
sad.
He wants us to share this joy.
Okay. Thank you. Je t'aime, Togo. I love you, Togo. Your sincerity is so touching. God bless you.
I love you too, maître. I love you too.
Can I give you a cake? just for love. You don't need it, just for love. Thank you. The song also beautiful, like your heart. Oh yeah. I don't know if I deserve all this. I feel a little shy. Thank you so much. Okay. Anybody else? Does he need any special medicine? Have a doctor in the house or no? Tout bon? Tout va bien? At home also well taken care of?
Non, j'ai tous les médicaments avec moi.
Ok, très bien.
Je les ai.
Très bien.
Merci.
I wish you better than before. You're full of love.
Moi aussi, je l'aime. J'aime beaucoup, maître.
Merci.
Je l'aime. Je suis sincère.
Je vous aime aussi.
J'ai au moins 1000 photos sur Facebook. Je n'ai que tes photos sur mon Facebook.
He has like thousands of pictures of Master on his Facebook page.
Okay, huh? Yeah. I'm still emotional. People's pure heart always touch me so deeply.
Master, when brother sang a French song,
French song?
yeah, in my head there was came a song, a French song. I
Also a French song?
everybody knows this song.
Oh,
Joy
really?
the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a short
Okay.
for brother.
Yeah.
Pour
Yeah.
vous.
Et chante pour toi.
Okay.
Il va chanter une chanson
Je
française
voudrais
pour toi.
chanter une chanson de Joy Dassin. Salut, c'est encore moi. Salut,
Salut.
comment tu vas? Le temps m'a paru très long.
Anybody who knows can sing
Loin
with
de
me.
la maison, j'ai pensé à toi. Papa, da 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 da, da 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 da. Le temps m'a paru très long. Loin de la maison, j'ai pensé à toi.
Hey, beautiful. Anyone else? Any question or anything? Here. Want to sing also?
No, I'm not a singer. I want to say thank you to Master for this amazing retreat. And I also want to say thank you for the message you sent last month about meditate outdoor to receive more blessing. I don't know why when I read the note, I feel like crying. I feel a direct connection with Master. Master, it's feel like mom discovered the treasure and she can't wait to share with her kids. And we have for the second message about the old Kuan Yin practitioner, if they forego the normal life, and they choose to live outdoor nearby the plantation. And some sisters understand that the older practitioner refer to
Not older, ancient.
Oh, okay.
Old time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Old time mean long time ago. Mean ancient. Mean before
Okay.
us.
I see.
Not old. Because if old, then I also go forest. Old, I'm old.
Okay. Okay. So that was our question.
No, okay, no problem. Kuan Yin practitioner of old, meaning the ancient ones, the one before our time, more like Buddha's time, Jesus' time, or a little bit later than that. Yeah? In a more older generation before, older period of time. Okay, just the same, the tradition of old. That means ancient tradition, long time ago. Doesn't mean old. That means okay, yeah. Then maybe they have bad translation or something. So in Chinese they say the old people.
Like people initiate longer so they can go
Oh,
out.
No. Maybe in present also, but doesn't mean they are old. Okay? Doesn't mean they initiate longer or they're old in age. No. Maybe the old time, like Buddha time, or a little bit later, but older generation than us. Okay? Yeah. So when I say that, all the older brother, sister all go in the forest now.
Some retired people.
Huh?
Some people who are retired, they look for property nearby in
Yeah.
nature and then choose a different lifestyle.
Oh, why not? Okay, why not? But what I say that's before, long time ago. I mean, a long time ago, before our generation. People who were very sincere, also practice Kuan Yin method, like in South, and sometimes they feel that life is too short and ephemeral, nothing worthy for them to stay. Just like monks and nuns, even though they don't become official monks and nuns, but they like to just leave everything behind. They give their property and money for the poor, and then they just went in the forest by themselves. Yeah, and eating whatever the forest offer. They don't even go out begging. Understand that? And they live near the lake or some river, so they have water to drink. Sometimes, if they can, they only drink water. Yeah. If not, they just take grass or leaves from the forest and boil it and drink it. And then so they have more time to think of nature of life, to be enlightened, to meditate, to calm themselves. Understand? They feel time is too precious to waste in taking care of money or property or thing like that. Yeah. When I was in the forest, I was in the same mind like that. I still have the same mind, it's just different here. I have to take care a lot. Over there it's easier. Yeah?
Yeah, this past week I witnessed the Master really really has to sacrifice a lot of things for us, for our disciple. It's I came with a question how to be humble and patient, and you really showed me this time.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Everything.
Everything?
Because I know your comfort zone is not here, probably is in the world or with the nature, and you don't have to deal with this human thing.
The human side of nature is
Yeah.
complicated. Yeah, whenever I'm gladly do it. Okay, because I know every time I remind you, maybe you have 1 inch progress somehow. Some, yeah, maybe some don't, but many would inch. 1 inch, 2 inch more into the higher level, and I'm very happy. Yes. Of course, in the forest, I'm happier. Yeah, happy and alone and carefree. Yeah, yeah. But here, I'm also happy because I can help many. Okay, many of the beings that I help, not you. They already gone to heaven. They came daily to thank me. Came in my vision daily, countless. I cannot count. Oh, came to thank you, to thank me. Yeah. I'm very happy also because of that. They're not initiated. No, no, no. Maybe some of your relatives passed away already. When some people outside who saw my photo and believe, yeah, and prayed, remember me when they die, and then they all gone to heaven, and they just came to thank me every day. Oh my God, countless faces in front of, so very happy, and very grateful, and that also makes me happy, huh? Yeah. The happiness in forest and the happiness here may be different, but it's still happiness. Yeah, yes. I'm beginning to used to it, and I'm happier now because I'm serving you. Yeah. In the forest, I'm happy because I'm also free. Meditate and gain a lot of knowledge and spiritual. But here, I'm happy because you happy. My happiness multiply. Yeah. Okay. And also, I see many people came and thank you. Even through this retreat, many heavenly beings also elevated. So they also came to thank me, not just the earth people, not just your relatives and friends or the earth people, but heavenly beings also came thank me. Yeah, I'm happy too. Even this morning, they came a lot in vision. Of course, their face minimized into smallness and they're squeezing together, but still can see the face. Just not so big face like when they're alive, just to try to squeeze as many. And I ask how many? They say numerous, cannot count. Yeah. And many days like this, not just today. Just today I asked how many are you? Cannot count. I'm very happy for that too. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Master.
I was saying in the former time, when life is more simple, yeah? Yes. People, they don't have a lot, so they don't have to renounce a lot. Nowadays, to renounce a television is already very, very difficult. In the former time, don't have. See, no car, no television. Even now, if you are a poor person, you still have more comfort than the rich king in the old time. King old time, sitting on the horse, so painful for the butt, and long way, long distance is very painful. And even if you sit in the horse cart, the horse in front of you, they are making poo right in front of your nose. If you don't believe me, go try a horse cart. Even if they have some cloth to cover, or they just pull it right in the street. Sometimes they eat something and the gas and everything. The horse carts, yeah. And in winter it's cold, yeah. Even if they cover you with blanket, but gallop, gallop, gallop like this. And the old time, the street is not as good as now, even, yeah. And mud and snow and wind all flying in your cart. So even the king in old time, the kings of old, they also suffer more than us, yeah. And their house don't have glass window, yeah. So the house is dark, no electricity, no aircon. And if they open the window, then the mosquito fly come in. And they only have like paper window, They can't open a lot, cannot. Even open is dark, They don't have big window and glass like this. So in winter it's cold, And they have to use burning coal to warm up and CO2, bad poison. And they have to light a lot of candles to warm up and to lighten the room. This also not good air. You see? But nowadays we poison ourselves in different way. We know how. Yeah. If we have a better air, then we would try to poison it with cars, exhaust, with CO2 from animals, waste, and with climate change and everything. So of course we can't escape, huh? It's just more comfortable feeling still, like you have car. The king of old don't have car. Either on the horse car, it's not comfortable. Nowadays you even say, oh, this car is kind of bumpy, not smooth enough. I get a Mercedes, or I guess a Lexus, for example, yeah? Because this car is kind of bumpy, it's not smooth. Yeah, wait until you became a king and in the old time, and sit on the horse car, gallop, gallop, kabum, kabum, kabum. Then you think whatever old car you have is heaven. Yeah, really, And so it's like that. Did you want to ask any question? Yeah.
No more question.
No more?
But I love your poem. I love your songs. And I have a restaurant and I sing for the people your song, and people said, where's that come from? They look on the computer, they couldn't find it. They said it's so good song.
Which song is that?
Hãy nói đi anh những lời âu yếm.
You Vietnamese?
I'm Vietnamese. and I sing the song.
Okay, sing. No need to be so excited.
Xin yêu nhau như thuở ban đầu, xin tìm nhau cho tình dài lâu, xin nhớ nhau như khi tình còn mới, xin yêu nhau vì tháng ngày qua mau. Được yêu người ta cảm ơn trên, được yêu người muôn thuở không quên. Qua một đời được biết yêu ai, ta về khiêm nhường trong niềm yêu thương quên nỗi vô thường. Yêu người hôm nay dù dã từ đêm mai, xin dâng lòng thiên thu, xin dâng tình bền lâu. Yêu người hôm nay dù dã từ đêm mai, xin dâng lòng thiên thu, xin dâng tình bền lâu. Con yêu sư phụ quá. Con yêu sư phụ.
Thank you. Why don't you put the cassette out for them to listen?
I did.
Also, yeah.
I did. Oh, they love it so much. And there is many Vietnamese people come to that restaurant. It's
Which
called,
restaurant?
Long Hoa, quán Long Hoa.
Where?
It's in Vietnamese Center in Bô Sa, Phúc Lộc Thọ.
Bô Sa.
Dạ Phúc Lộc Thọ.
Bô Sa, Los Angeles, Orange County.
Dạ đúng rồi ạ. people come and people see the painting of master picture. They said it's so beautiful, beautiful, and they see some.
Simple.
They see master. They said master is so beautiful, and even American people.
Show them the picture when I was younger, okay?
Oh yes, of course.
Don't disappoint them.
Oh, master has a long hair, the white, the yellow long hair in the video. They like it so much, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and I really thank you, master, for everything. You guide me every minute, and you give me all the things that I need. Really, I don't know. I'm so happy.
Okay.
Too
I'm
happy.
happy too.
I'm too happy.
Very, very happy. Good for you. Good for you.
Master, on
Are you
April.
happy too?
Yeah, I'm very. I'm always happy, Master. Yeah. And I would like to share news from Mongolia.
Yeah?
On April 22nd, on the day of the World Day, we did the screening of Loving the Silent Tears musical in Government House of Mongolia. There were 400 initiates all together dressed in Mongolian traditional dress and all the other guests, officials and government VIPs. And it was incredible, Master.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They came and looked?
They all came. They all got the books and the DVDs as presents,
Oh, okay.
and all of them were very touched and very happy. And yeah,
That's
and
good.
it's been wonderful. And after that, we showed also in cinemas, Mongolian cinemas. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And personally, when I watched the musical, because it is showing in every loving hut,
Yeah.
so when I'm having lunch there, I have like 15 to 20 minutes to watch it.
Uh-huh.
And I usually have lunch alone. And then I cry because I can't cry that much in front of people. I save my tears and I finish the food and then I go out and then I cry outside. And it happens every single time, Master.
Yeah?
It's just like you have to cry when you watch it.
Really?
And you
I
watch-
didn't. Do I have to cry?
For me, that's my...
You say I have to cry when I watch it.
Yeah, I have to cry every
I
single
understand.
time.
No, I'm just joking.
Thank you for the musical.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Why just silent tear? We have many other things. Huh?
Yeah, the real love and loving the silent tears. Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays they can download from the internet, so
Yeah,
you don't have to
e-books.
sell. But if you want, you can download and make DVD and give it to them, whatever you like.
It's for the customers of Loving Huts.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's very good. Every day they show just that, nothing else.
Every day, yes.
They
every
just
day.
show silent tears, nothing else.
Yeah, and people do respond.
All day long,
Yeah, all day long.
all day long, just silent tears.
Yeah.
No BVS, go green, nothing. No other lecture, nothing.
Yeah, I should tell them, yeah?
Huh? Okay. The main point is people has to know, to practice and be good and not just silent tears. Okay?
Trong cái silent tear có dịch ra tiếng Việt họ understand, họ hiểu, họ rất là thích sư phụ ạ. Ở trong silent tear có tiếng Việt đó, có
Biết rồi.
họ thích lắm sư phụ ơi, họ thích lắm là thích.
I know.
Dạ.
I know, but you cannot show silent tears all day and every day. And if the same customer come back again and they see the same thing again, they say, poor restaurant cannot afford another DVD. Somebody say that courage is not the absence of fear, but something like a conquering of fear. Fear and not fear make no difference. We have to do it, okay? It's just a reaction, understand? Yeah. Just like, okay, somebody suddenly appears and says, oh, and then of course you feel startled, but fear will do it, okay? Yeah. It's a love, you have to do what you do. Like mother, sometimes the bear child is very painful, but they love their children, so they do it again. The mind of humans, okay? Fear strange things, fear the darkness, and It depends. Some people are not fearful of darkness. I don't know. Just like maybe the Buddha, Buddha to be at that time he want to empty the ocean with a turtle shell. He knows this is impossible, but he still try. Understand? He knew it, not like he doesn't know. Yeah, okay? It's no problem, okay? If you don't fear, then maybe your work is not valuable. Yeah? Okay? Just like many things, very, very hard for you to do, but you still do it. Doesn't mean that you don't feel tired. Doesn't mean you don't have ache and pain in your muscle. You do it because you want to. You know it's going to be painful. You do it. So this is what courage is, okay? Doesn't mean courage means you fear nothing. It's not like that. You're born with a human mind, okay? Human physical. You do things sometimes it's impossible or it's not almost impossible or it's difficult, but you try. For the sake of others, you try, okay? The story we told yesterday saying that the stamping feet person, no, okay, what? The great charity person, yes, he went into the sea and all that. It's just talk, but they don't go into detail how difficult every day was. Some days stormy, some day rainy, sometimes heat on your head, burning your skin, and sometimes when he walked in the sea, he just say, okay, he walked the first day the water to the knee. It's not just that. Understand? Maybe he encountered those fish that bite him or snakes or like these pickle, the black spiky one. Oof. If you sit on them, oh God, bless your butt. Yeah, it's also painful and poisonous. Yeah, okay. So if it's not fearful, then it's just your hobby. It's different. You want to do something, but you like it so much and you do it. Yeah? Yeah. It's not like I like to sit in the forest alone and dark or that. I just have to. Okay? I want to, but doesn't mean I like to. Okay? I want to do it. Yeah. It doesn't matter anyway. It's just no matter. Yeah. So you think Tim Kotu is born in this world, should have no fear, no pain. Ow! Nothing? That's a wrong concept, okay? Courage doesn't mean you fear, you have no fear. Courage means you still do it, even you fear, okay? You conquer the fear. Don't let the fear conquer you. Fear, anger, attachment, love, and hate, all these are born within your body together. Understand? It depends on how you use it. But it's there because a human, understand? You're born with all that. Or from your parents, okay? Just you use it or not use it. Or you conquer it or let it conquer you. Understand? One long time ago, or maybe not long ago, there was a Zen master, and he has a student, a disciple. And one day he was thinking, because the master is supposed to be already enlightened person, yeah, a saint or something. And when the master was sleeping, like that, then he came in and hold one of the master's legs and twist it very hard, almost broke it. And the master woke up and said, "Ow! What are you doing?" He said, "You have pain, master?" Say, "Of course, idiot, I have pain." If I do it to you, you also have pain. No. He said, "But I'm a disciple, you're a master. If you still have pain, then you're not enlightened." The same question. Same like that. Don't try to twist my leg. I tell you, it will hurt me. Okay? Yeah. The body and the mind is not the enlightened soul. Okay? The mind which you need it. It's there, but I don't care. Understand? I went to Himalaya. It's more fearful than the forest. I still did. Okay? But at that time, I was more blind, because I love God so much. Blind. Love makes blind. I was blind to anything. In India, you, woman, walk alone like that. It's already the biggest risk in your life, not to talk about lion or tiger or bear or anything else. Understand? You don't watch TV? You watch on TV, and a lot of people go out and protest because of that. Some tourists go there and get molested. A lot of news on TV. You don't know that? Even, white, fair, tourist woman. Not to talk about me, I'm alone, small, Chinese. Fear is one of the elements in our body, in our human life. But that doesn't mean if you have fear, mean that you're not courageous. The more fear you have, meaning you are very more courageous. Understand? Because you don't let it control you. Okay, you have to know the difference, all right? Yeah, okay, it's good.
Is there a special message from the mountain?
What?
Is there any special message from the mountain?
From the mountain? No. No, they just let me be in peace. They're just guarding, I feel the love from the mountain. Like they want to embrace me, that kind. Very protective, very loving. The mountain itself, the spirit of the mountain. And even you can see it. You can see it physically, understand? You can see this love and protectiveness. You can see it physically, yeah. Any joke?
For next time.
Jokes?
For you. Only a few.
He always collect jokes for me. It's tradition. Okay. You didn't have enough laugh today? I read it for you. It's general jokes, meaning for general public. I hope there are no kids around. Is it something forbidden for kids? Safe? Yeah. One man said to another, "When I die, I want to go peacefully, like my grandfather did, in sleep, not yelling and screaming like the passengers in his car." Oh. You understood? Okay. He was sleeping and driving, so all the passengers was yelling for they died, and he was just sleeping. Oh my God. One time, one of your brother drove me in America, and he was kind of nodding. I said, "Are you sleeping?" He said, "Just a little bit, master." Oh, gosh, just a little bit. How much more does he want to sleep? My dad used to say, "Always fight fire with fire." That's probably the reason why he got thrown out of the fire brigade. Yeah, he was a firefighter, nah? And he said, "Fight fire with fire." No, it's just a joke. You don't understand. Never mind, it's good. My doctor told me I had dual personality, double personality. Then he gave me a bill of $80. So I gave him $40 and say, "Get the other $40 from the other guy." That's good. That's okay. That's good one. After years of research, scientists have discovered that what makes women happy? Nothing. Maybe they discover nothing. Maybe they discovered that nothing makes women happy. Is that true? No. I make women happy. Yeah. Look at how many women came see me. Yeah. Okay. There was another joke about wife and stuff. A wife went missing, and the husband went to the police, called the police, and then the police said, "Okay, we'll find her, we'll try." And then a few days later, he said, "We found your wife, but you have to come down here. She's with us now, we keep her safe, but you have to come down here and pay $500 for you know, the fee. So he asked, how much more how much more should I pay if you keep her there for long? The wife said to her husband, honey, what are you looking for? So the husband says, oh, nothing really. The wife says, nothing? You have been reading our marriage certificate for 1 hour. Husband, oh, I was looking for the expiry date. Yeah. He should know marriage certificate don't run out. Never expired. Yeah. Unless you want to, of course. Yes. A man goes into a pet shop to buy a parrot. There he sees a parrot with a red string tied to its left leg and green string tied to the right leg. He asked the owner the significance of the strings in different colors, yeah? So the owner said, well, this is a highly trained parrot. If you pull the red string, he speak French. Yeah. Je parle français. If you pull the green string, he speaks German. So the shopkeeper tell him that. And what happened if I pull both the strings? The shopper inquired. I will fall off my perch, you idiot. I will fall off my perch. The parrot said. The parrot screamed. Pull both strings. I will fall off my perch, you idiot. The parrot said so. Oh, so cute. That's a good one. That's a good one. You understand? Yes. Okay, very good. Do I need to translate? The parrot had to answer. Such an idiot, yes. Two men were discussing the wintry weather. In particular, a government warning said that anyone traveling in icy conditions should take a shovel, blanket, or sleeping bag and extra clothing, including a scarf, hat, and gloves. Also, a 24-hour supply of food and drink, a de-icer, a rock salt, torch, and spare batteries. In addition, they should take a safety triangle, tow rope, first aid kit, and petrol can. Petrol, extra? One said to the other, I felt like a real idiot on the bus this morning. What does that mean? I see. Because I didn't say God, I said anyone travel, in the ice weather. It's too idiot. Yeah, that's what I thought, but why does a man carry all this on the bus? Why? He's not clever? He said he felt like a real idiot on the bus, so he is an idiot. One day, two carrots, who were best friends, were walking together down the street. They stepped off the curb, and a speeding car came around the corner and ran one of them over. The uninjured carrot called for an ambulance and helped his injured friend as best he could. The injured carrot was taken to emergency at the hospital and rushed into surgery. Carrot, understand? Yeah. After a long and agonizing wait, the doctor finally appeared. He told the uninjured carrot, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that your friend is going to pull through, meaning he's going to survive. The bad news is that he's going to be a vegetable for the rest of his life. That's a good one. Good one. That reminds me of another joke, maybe you heard already on TV, on SMTV, but it's like this. In German, a man and a woman married, and then after, love their neighbor and stuff, and the priest said to them, now I pronounce you man and woman, mean Mann und Frau, mean man and woman. And then they asked, but what were we before? Because in German language, Mann und Frau mean husband and wife also. Understand? They also say, this is my Frau, mean this is my woman, this is my wife. They say meine Frau means my wife. Yeah. So the priest say, now you are man und Frau, mean you are man and woman. That's why they ask, what were we before? Yeah. Do you remember the story, the parrot? Long time ago, I told you. The parrot named Moses. You know?
Yes, yes.
How many know? I sure. Only potato numbers. Means small numbers. Okay. A thief broke into a house and began stealing things. So I heard a voice from the dark saying, Jesus is watching you. Well, he looked around, he don't see anybody. So he continued collecting the items from the house. And he heard again, Jesus is watching you. And he looked around, and then he saw a parrot. So is that you? Who said that? Who are you? Who are you that saying Jesus is watching? I said, I'm Moses. And he said, it's you, huh? What kind of idiot owner who named a parrot Moses? So I say, that same idiot owner named a Rottweiler Jesus. Understand? Wow. Wow. A man is in a... I just remember the joke, if he pulled a two-string, what happened? And the parrot tell him, idiot, I will fall off. Okay, done. Yeah, finito. Thank you. I'm going, okay, guys? And then you do your job here, and go do my job there. Love you. Love you forever. You can go out stretching a little and then find favorite place to meditate. Okay, huh? Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Merci. 감사합니다. Thank you very much. Thank you. All good, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much. If you go home, have a good trip. Safe trip. I'll see you sometime, okay?
Yes, Master.
You don't have to come. Because nowadays we have this, you know? Internet. You all can stay at home and save your money. Work smarter at home. Well, you cannot say that I don't manifest myself in your house. Now is the proof. Yeah. You see, there's many manifestation bodies in every house. You see that?
Yes.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Cảm ơn quý vị nha, đi về mình giỏi nha. Đi về mình giỏi. Cảm ơn ba. Yeah, I love you. I can stay forever. I can stay forever and I love you. We can stay forever. We all getting over. See you, huh?
Yes, Master.
You can still here. I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Wow, 舒服的椅子。这样好，这样好，我也有像类似那种。大家 OK 哈 ？OK， 满足吗？我是满足。不抱怨吧？没有。I love you。今天能做这边做。 我比较舒服一点。外面有时候蚊子啊、太阳啊，看不到师傅。
谢谢师傅。
感恩师傅。如果还在的话，明天见。如果不在的话，一路顺风。男孩子做什么了啊？都是女孩子共修，男孩子比较小。I love you. I love you. Really， 我很。我是很那个，appreciate 怎么讲？珍惜的，珍惜的，珍惜。我珍惜你们那么遥远来看，珍惜。OK， 祝福大家，有空再见哈。还在吗？还是明天要走？全部都在啊？没有人明天走？有。这样还说在。那你们顺风 ，OK？ 谢谢。反正留多久还是要走嘛，总有一天。对不起啊 ，OK？ 没有。不过你们台湾看师傅是最久的嘛，是吗？以前每个礼拜都看，看腻了我才走的。OK 啊，谢谢大家来。
我爱你。
明天见。Love you。这是新的吗？
是新的。
我过去。Thank you。大家打针。好。眼睛也是继续。好。就这么有效。好。谢谢师傅。
매력적인 시청자 여러분, 오늘 스승과 제자 사이 불교 이야기, 최초의 5 제자의 전생담, 4부작 중 4부와 함께 해주셔서 감사합니다. 수프림 마스터 TV와 계속 함께 해주세요. 뒤이어 지혜의 말씀, 우주적 백의 형제단의 경전 발췌문, 고귀한 이상편이 방영됩니다. 신께서 여러분께 영원한 기쁨과 평안의 축복을 주시길 기원하며 인사드립니다. 더 자세한 내용은 홈페이지를 참조하세요. www.suprememastertv.com/BMD